Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier. Thank you as always for stopping by. I hope you had a great weekend. Let me start with my Mindspeak guest this Sunday at the Movenpick, which is here in Westlands. It's Howard Waring French, an American journalist, author and photographer, as well as professor at the Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism. His latest book is Everything Under the Heavens: How the Past Helps Shape China's Push for Global Power. He was the New York Times bureau chief for the Caribbean and Central America from 1990 to 1994, covered Haiti, Cuba, Nicaragua, El Salvador. One of the newspaper's first black correspondents, 94 to 98, was in Western Central Africa. 98 to 2003, was Tokyo bureau chief for the Times. Has written for the New York Review of Books and contributed frequently to The Atlantic. For the better part of 2 millennia, the norm for China, from its own perspective, was a natural dominion over everything under the heaven, a concept known in the Chinese language as Xianxia. Everything Under the Heavens provides the best account we currently have of the cultural and historical influences on China's 21st century aspirations. A Continent for the Taking: The Tragedy and Hope of Africa is another fantastic book. Within minutes of his arrival, French was set upon by both a rapacious immigration official and a soldier who demanded his passport and threatened him with arrest. Then the reporter's Nigerian fixer, David, stepped in, rebuking the assailants and holding firm even as the soldier raised his gun. As the soldier beat a retreat, David offered French some cogent counsel. "You must never fear those people," he says. "If you do, you are finished." Writes about the tug-of-war between ordinary citizens yearning for democracy and ruthless leaders determined to squelch those aspirations, is one of the driving themes behind French's book. All too familiar scene: US military helicopters rescued expatriates leaving Liberia's civilians at the mercy of warlords such as General Butt Naked, who doused himself in a potion made from cane juice that he swore protected him from bullets. French's most enthralling chapters detail the dramatic final days of Mobutu Sese Seko, the astonishingly corrupt Zairean dictator, backed for decades by the United States while he drove his country to destitution. Brilliantly captures the fin de siècle whirl of Kinshasa, the muggy Congolese capital on the Congo River, moving to the electric beat of soukous music and the entrepreneurial hustle of its desperate masses. Fantastic guest, really looking forward to it. Of course, the latest book was about China. And we look forward to engaging with Howard this Sunday. Macro thoughts: I came across an interview I hadn't seen before with Nassim Taleb. The world is more fragile today than in 2007, he says. And that took me back to the end of Halcyon days. From the Latin Alcyone, daughter of Julius and wife of Sikhs. When her husband died in a shipwreck, Alcyone threw herself into the sea, whereupon the gods transformed them both into Halcyon birds. When Alcyone made her nest on the beach, waves threatened to destroy it. Julius restrained his winds and kept them calm during 7 days in each year so she could lay her eggs. Today, the term is used to denote a past period that is remembered for being happy or successful, and I'm saying that in the markets, we've come to the end of Halcyon days. 1st of April, I was saying there's certainly a fin de siècle, even apocalyptic mood afoot. But I was saying the conundrum for those who wish to bet on the end of the world is this, however: what would be the point? The world would have ended. And of course, W.B. Yeats is the second coming, turning and turning in the widening gyre. The falcon cannot hear the falconer. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. This is a photograph of Diani Beach. The photos by Anna Cook via Kenya Pics, one of the best beaches in the world.